Hi, we are engineering brothers. In our previous class, we have solved our problem one over there, and I have told you that you should decide which one is better for your block diagram reduction or signal flow graph, which one is better for you to solve any type of given problems over there regarding our transfer function or regarding our there are many blocks are over there, and what is the problem statement or what is the actual problem statement or what is the actual objective over there. We should have only one transfer function expression over there. Now whether we are using the block diagram reduction or the signal flow graph, you should decide for that. But before I do start this given problem or this present problem over there, 1 second, I am just going to show you first with this block diagram, just by solving this given block diagram over there to have the transfer function over there. That will be our first step, and in our next step we should have the same block diagram over here, and I'm just going to show you how to solve this given block diagram just by using our signal flow graph over there. And that is our main problem statement over there. And at the last stage or at the conclusion stage, you should decide which method is better for you. So let us start our consideration. First, we are using our block diagram reduction over there, and this is our given block diagram. Now I can draw this block diagram in this way. First, you can see that we have got our G1 that is been connected over here, and in our next part we have got the summing block as our considered part of plus will be considered over here. Now quite naturally the input is connected over here, and this is our given signal, and I can say that we have got our another signal that has been considered over here. Here this is going to be our G2. Quite naturally this is going to be our G2, and after that our another summing block of plus will be present over there, and here an incoming signal has been considered at the summing block over here, and this is going to be our CS. And quite naturally this one will be our XS. I can draw this block diagram over here. Why? Because you can see that here the RAS is making an input to the summing block over there, and the same signal has got the same value for that signal that is been making an entry at that next summing block over there. Now quite naturally I can say that if no other signal is present in this given summing block over here, I can say that the 1 will be entered as your signal. Now this is quite naturally the block will be 1 plus of G1 over there. Now without considering the summing block, I can write this one as our 1 plus G1. Okay, this one will be our 1 plus G1 over there, because you can see that one signal is making an entry over there and the G1 will be considered over there, and we have got the summing block. Now ultimately we are having our considered part of our consideration over here. Now this is going to be our input, and now once again you can see that these two blocks are present in series. So instead of considering this 1 plus G1, I can write or I can change this, or once again just by considering our block diagram reduction consideration, I can write this one as 1 plus G1 multiplied by G2, as these two blocks are present in series. Now this block is also eliminated over here, and once again we are having our consideration or having our block over there. Now once again you can see that the RS is making an entry over there, and quite naturally here the signal is once again 1, and this is our signal for the given block diagram, which is making an entry at the summing block over there. Now quite naturally, if I do combine that, now once again our signal will be our this one, which is quite naturally here you should add a signal of 1 over here. Now this is going to be our final block diagram over here, and if I do like to draw the block diagram in a more precise way, I can say that this one will be our G2, this one will be plus G1, G2, and this one will be plus 1. Now this is going to be our final block diagram reduction problem over there, and quite naturally this is going to be our RS. Now what seems to be the transfer function over here? Here the transfer function will be our output divided by input, which is CS divided by RS, and quite naturally the overall transfer function for this given block diagram reduction will be our quite naturally G2 plus G1 G2 plus 1. This is going to be a final answer over here, and for that second stage of our calculation, or more precisely to have the transfer function over there, we just do require to record this given transfer function over here, and that I would like to compare with our another method, which is going to be a signal flow graph over here. Now I should record or write down the expression over here for our transfer function, which is quite naturally our G2 plus G1 G2 plus 1. This is going to be our answer for our transfer function over here. I hope you have totally understood up to this one. If you still have any doubts, please let us know in the comment section for better understanding. Do like to share our videos and keep following our channel. Now at the first stage, just by utilizing our block diagram reduction, we have got our first answer for our transfer function, which is this one. And in our upcoming step, which is going to be a signal flow graph, we are utilizing the signal flow graph procedure to solve the same problem over there, and at the last stage we are going to compare the signal flow graph answer, or for the transfer function for the signal flow graph, with our previous consideration or with our previous block diagram reduction answer over here. I hope you have totally understood up to this one. If you still have any doubts, please let us know in the comment section for better understanding. Do like to share our videos and keep following our channel. In our next class, we are just going to use our signal flow graph formulation to solve the same problem over there, and let us see that whether the answer is the identical one or not over there. And after that you should decide which method is suitable for you to solve this given problem over here. That's it. Thank you and goodbye. If you like my video, so what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more updates, and stay tuned to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.